Peppers come in so many different shapes, sizes, colors, and flavors. And there's so much inspiration to be had on the barbecue. So I fire roasted some peppers for harissa butter, basted over grilled half chickens. Then my duck breast gets a peppery pastrami-rub and is served with a stone fruit vinaigrette. Also, Fast and Furious charred shishito peppers with a broken Caesar dressing. I also made salty prosciutto and spicy chili stuffed salmon pinwheels, complete with a pickled pepper butter. So let me show you how it all comes together. I'm from the west coast of British Columbia, where salmon is king. And these salmon pinwheels are pretty cool, and they're great on the barbecue. You want to cut it into thin, even strips. All right, this is perfect. Look at that. It's a beautiful piece of salmon, and check it out. I'm gonna season it, but it'll roll up, and it makes the perfect pinwheel. Before I roll them up into pinwheels, I'm gonna put some flavor on there. Salt's a nice start. It's all about the peppers. So I'm gonna use Calabrian chilies. These are so great. They're fruity, they're a little bit spicy. I'm gonna add a little surprise inside the pinwheel, prosciutto. That's totally going inside of this. All right, check this out. I just fold it up a little bit. And then to make the pinwheel, super easy. Just start at the tail end and then roll it all the way up. Oh, the Calabrian chili smells so good. So once the prosciutto's wrapped up in the salmon, I'm gonna use some wooden skewers, 2 of them. It's gonna hold the salmon together. Then when you're barbecuing, you can kind of hold them. You've got some good control when you're giving that some char marks. It's amazing. First time I had a compound butter, I thought, what is this wizardry? This is butter with a ton of fun stuff in it. And that's exactly what a compound butter is. It's butter packed with tons of flavor. So lots of chili flakes with garlic. I mean, that's gonna add some pretty good flavor to the butter. Butter, super fatty. So to cut through all of that fat, citrus. So nice, good squeeze of lime in there. I'm gonna double down on the chilies. These are cherry peppers. They're pickled. They're a touch sweet, but they're spicy. Not super spicy that you'll go, but just like, oh, that's lovely. So a few of those into the butter. Here's a great tip for your butter. Get your butter at room temperature and it's compound butter. Yeah, this is a lot of butter. What it is. Let her rip. You want it nice and smooth, and when it turns red and looks creamy, it's done. Oh my goodness. The peppers, the garlic, the lime, so delicious. Check this butter out. Wow, peppers and butter everywhere. Compound butters are super fun. They keep forever in your freezer. You can add whatever you want. I love the chili butter. It's so delicious. Okay, salmon pinwheels are good to go. Butter, this is gonna be delicious. To grill these salmons couldn't be any easier. So for the barbecue, high heat, we're going in an L formation. The idea is you don't want the sticks to have any heat on it. So this side of the barbecue is off, but the rest of it's hot. And I'm gonna lay the salmons down where they're gonna get a nice sear, but the sticks aren't under any heat. If you're ever wondering how to close the barbecue lid with sticks, check this out. Just put your tongs there, let it close. It'll stay so the sticks don't flip the fish off the grill. It's kind of like a little oven. It's letting the air in. It's just slowly baking that fish. This is why the L formation works so well. You can get really nice char marks on the fish, plus the sticks don't catch on fire, and they're really easy to grip. You can pick it up, you can work with the fish, you can get it grill marks. It smells so delicious. Soft cooked salmon through the middle. The prosciutto's releasing some of its fat, and then hit it with that butter. It's just gonna wake up, and that butter's gonna slowly melt and sink into that salmon. The butter, when it melts, then it lets the fire come up. It's a good smell.
I love the chili.
It's good, hey?
It's so good.
It's there, but it's not.
It's not like.
Yeah.
No.
Next up, harissa-butter-basted half chickens. They're tender, juicy, and they have a delicious little kick. Harissa is the perfect recipe to highlight roasted peppers. It makes a great marinade, and then mixed with butter and brushed over the chicken with a herb-bouquet, makes for some pretty tasty chicken. So if you've ever seen harissa paste in the store, it's pretty delicious stuff, but it's super simple to make it. And it starts with these peppers. So once they're roasted and they've chilled out a little bit, you can pull the seed pocket out just like that. And then you want to pull the skin back off. This stuff can be really bitter, but you just want the roasted flesh. It's gonna make such a flavorful harissa paste. And then the rest of the seasonings are quite simple. First step, clean the pepper. If all the seeds don't come out, you can use your knife, open it up a little bit. You just want the good, sweet flesh. So the base of the harissa is sweet roasted peppers, but 2 types of tomato product go in a harissa classically. So fresh tomato and then some concentrated tomato paste. But I really want it bright and flavorful, so I'm gonna hit it with more acidity, a big fresh squeeze of lemon juice. It's tart, but it's really delicious, especially because the peppers are really sweet when they're roasted. Now, harissa is North African, so it's gonna have some warm spices in it. Lots of cumin, and then for that spice note, chili flakes. And then for some warm smokiness, it's gonna play well with the peppers, smoked paprika, and then a good shot of salt. Some olive oil also is gonna make it really nice and silky, so hit it with some olive oil and then whip it up. But this harissa is gonna do 2 things. One, it's gonna be a sauce for the chicken, and it's going to be a harissa butter. So whip it up and get it really nice and smooth. You know, nothing in life's ever perfect. I forgot the garlic. All right, time to marinate the chicken. I want marinade on the top and look at how wonderful that color is. You gotta love peppers. All right, so get the chicken in there, skin side down. I love a half chicken, so you got the plump, juicy breast. All the skin has a ton of flavor, and then the leg and the thigh, that's my favorite, and you even get the little wing. And then just, you want to like cover the chicken. You want it all red, all covered in peppers. Okay, that's good. So while the chicken's on the grill, I'm gonna make a basting butter, full of harissa, full of deliciousness. Super simple. With that butter and the grill, it's gonna make something special. Okay, chicken needs to chill out. Get it in the fridge, marinate it for 2 hours overnight if you can. You're gonna get a lot of good flavor into that chicken. And this is ready for the barbecue. Gotta love peppers. So the harissa has flavored the chicken pretty well, but this chicken is all dependent on how you cook it. The thing with chicken is you want it to come out together. What I mean by that is you want the skin to be crispy as the meat is just tender. The way that you do it, medium, low, medium heat. If you can hold your hand over the grill for 3 or 4 seconds, that's the perfect temperature. You don't want a crazy sear. You just want to start it slow, and then let the crust develop as the chicken cooks. Here's what I'm talking about. That's a pretty good sound there. So when the chicken first goes on the grill, there's that initial sear and that initial kiss of flame. But if you listen to this is very calm. It's a very light, beautiful grilling sound. Occasionally that fat will render and it'll get kissed by the flame. This is amazing start for the chicken. Close the lid, let that crust develop, let that meat start to cook, and then I'm gonna baste it. Okay, this is really great. You can see that the chicken is starting to tighten up. Good things are happening. The harissa marinade has now come alive because it's been charred. There's little kisses of flames coming up. Let's give it a flip. You wanna loosen it up a little bit. Should be nice and dark. Ooh, yes, my friend. A little bit of patience and a good sear and not messing with it gives you really good chicken skin. It's really nice and crispy. Like I said, it's a low kind of haunting grilling. It's coming up gradually. It's so good. Easy to tell when it's ready to be flipped, wants to move. Look at that. This is amazing. That chicken fat, it's dripping down. It's so flavorful. So here comes the baste. It's a herb bouquet. Check it out. It's got all the good stuff. Lavender, thyme, super woody, rosemary, parsley, nice and fresh and fragrant, a little bit of sage. Just dip it in the harissa butter, and this is gonna come alive. Like as I brush that onto that hot chicken, those herbs are gonna wake up. That butter's gonna melt. And it's gonna add like just another layer of flavor. And embrace the char, embrace the smoke. If you're smiling, you're doing it right. What I like to do is just turn the grill down and close it. I wanna cook the rest of the way like an oven. Pull it at about 160, let it rest. It'll get to a safe temperature and it'll be juicy in the middle. If anybody gets like this big wave of herbs, I like tied up a big herb bundle and I brush the chicken with it. Kind of like fiery and buttery. Then there's lavender in it. I just got a hit of lavender. It's kind of fun. It's not in the recipe, but it's like a little technique. I like it. Next up, pastrami spiced duck breast with grilled stone fruit vinaigrette, arugula, baby kale, and blackberries.
Coming up hot for a minute. OMW.
Pastrami spiced duck breast. Isn't duck hard to cook? I'm here to tell you it's not. Let me show you how fast it all comes together.
I'm OMW.
One of my favorite food things to celebrate is duck. This is Muscovy duck. It's one of the largest ducks you can get. Lean meat, but a nice fat cap. And it's one of the only birds that you can cook blushing, so like medium rare. But first, I'm gonna make a pastrami-rub for it. So classically in pastrami, there's a couple of things. You want a lot of black pepper, that's classic. And then to season it up, obviously salt. And then another key ingredient into the pastrami-rub is coriander. So pastrami relies on the fiery pepperiness of the pepper, salt, and then the fruitiness of coriander, and that's kind of the key ingredients to a good pastrami. So smoked paprika, mustard powder, if you got that, you've got a pretty good pastrami, and then I like to sweeten it up with a little golden sugar, and then my twist is some fresh rosemary. Back in the day when I had duck for the first time at the Beachside Cafe, it was smoked and it had rosemary on it, and every time I have duck, I put a little rosemary in it. It's a nod to that time of my life, and it's just delicious. So chop up the rosemary. This is a pretty good start for a good duck breast. So to get the ducks ready for the grill, not much. I like to flip it on the back. It does have a little tenderloin here. You can take that off, and then if there's any silver skin, just remove that. And then the top side, because it's so nice and fatty, what I like to do is flip the duck breast over and give it a little score. This is gonna help the fat render. So you can just slice it like this, and lots of that pastrami flavor is gonna get into those slices. Don't go too deep, but this is perfect. So the longer that you leave this seasoning on, the tighter the duck's gonna get. I'm gonna just season it really quickly. It can stay on there for a couple minutes before it hits the barbecue. I don't want it to cure the duck, I just want to flavor the duck. Man, the smell of the black pepper, the coriander, and the rosemary makes me very happy. This is great. This looks amazing. It's starting to look like pastrami. You want to get that rub in there. Really rub it in. All right, so for the barbecue, you want to start duck slow. There's so much fat on the duck, you want to start it fat side down, and you want to slowly let it render. This is going to take some time. You shouldn't hear a huge sizzle. And because of the spices on there, it's going to get color really quickly. So the slower you start, duck, if you're cooking it inside on a pan, you'd start in almost a cold pan. So this is a great sound. It's just gentle. The fat's going to render out, and some pretty special stuff will happen. So while the duck fat renders, I'm going to make a little stone fruit vinaigrette. What kind of fruit? Stone fruits. Actually, any kind of fruit, but stone fruit is in season, so I'm gonna use it. Peaches, they're nice and soft, and then tart plums, apricots, and blackberries. Even though blackberries are not a stone fruit, I'm throwing it in because it's super delicious. But I wanna make a really big, explosive, delicious, and a texture-heavy dressing. So I'm gonna start with a ton of shallots, but I want like thick cuts, right? You wanna cut the shallot up and give it a slice, but this is good because once cut sizes like that soak in the dressing, they're gonna release a lot of flavor, but they're gonna give a lot of texture. These are like little sponges that are gonna blow up, hold on to a lot of flavor. So a nice big cut on the shallots. Happy times. So you gotta get the orange in there. Just zest some orange. Every aspect of the dish is tasty as possible. So even though there's rosemary on the duck, a little bit of herbage, I'm putting a little bit of herbage in the vinaigrette as well. Parsley is super fresh, so you don't need to mince it up because big chunks are cool. You want to come by a piece of parsley and go, hey, didn't know you were in here. Cool, welcome to the party. All right, get all that into the bowl and then the flavor continues. A little sharpness, Dijon mustard. This is, again, the balance between like the savory, the earthy, the spicy. For vinegar, you can use whatever you want, but sherry vinegar is mild. All right, and to sweeten it up a little bit on the duck, oh yeah, a nice shot of maple syrup. You can use honey if you wanted to. Season it with a little bit of salt and a nice neutral oil. That's it. That's it. This is the craziest dressing I've ever made. If you smell it, it's got all of the qualities of the vinaigrette. Those shallots are gonna break down a little bit. It's delicious. It's got pops of orange, pops of garlic, parsley, vinegar, maple, Dijon. Super good. Okay, duck's looking pretty good. Just gonna grill this fruit, put it all together. The smell of the pastrami-rub on this duck is crazy. And check this out. The duck has changed. I haven't flipped it. It's just on the skin, slowly rendering and getting crispy. And this is what you get. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. This is Wonka's golden ticket. It's rendered, it's getting really nice and crispy, and it's like sticky and tacky to the touch. The spices are gonna get nice and toasted, but that dark color is great. So this is what I like to do. At this point, you can roll the duck over onto the flesh, and then turn it up. Get it a little hot, and we're gonna sear the backside of that. For the fruit, pretty simple. High heat, this is gonna come up, cook the rest of the duck. Some char marks, that dressing, this duck. That's what summer's all about. Cooking's all about the adventure. Never had duck before? Get some. Put a spice mix on it. Serve it with a salad and some fruit. I promise you, you got nothing to lose. It looks so pretty. I know they're gonna dig it.
And here we go, running through the meadow on our way. Nothing but our clothes.
I know duck breast can seem a little fancy, but it's not. The next time you see it, get it. It's got great flavor. It cooks up on the grill in a flash, and it's delicious. Pastrami duck breast for the win. Next up, spicy grilled shishito peppers with a broken Caesar dressing and a blanket of Parmesan cheese. Every year, my mom's garden is crazy, and there's always a few staples in mom's garden. One of those staples is shishito peppers. They're so cool. 1 out of every 10 has a little spice to it, and the reason they're so great is because we always cook them on the grill. For the peppers, no oil, no salt, just a hot barbecue. How hot? Screaming hot. The shishito peppers love a good char, and it gives them such great flavor. Speaking of great flavor, I'm gonna hit these peppers with a little cheese, fresh grated garlic, salty anchovies, chilies, and I like my Caesar with a little kick. Cherry vinegar and a squeeze of fresh lime juice. Finish it with neutral oil, salt and pepper, and 1 more light dusting of Parmesan cheese. Wait a minute, a lot of Parmesan cheese. I mean, come on, look at these peppers. They're perfect. This makes me smile. Food is all about sharing, and anytime my mom says, Spence, the shishitos are ready to be cooked, I run over, I grill them up, we make a big pile of them, we sit down, and for a few short moments, we just look at each other, smile, and see who gets a spicy pepper. So good. Love you, Mom. Yeah.
No, doesn't
Because
blow
you
you
kind
away.
of, you know, when something's perfectly hot, you just want to keep eating it. That's the it factor. It just goes to show you that peppers are awesome. Fire up the grill, invite some good friends over, get some peppers, and it's a great recipe for a lot of laughs and some pretty good bites of food. Happy grilling.
Away from the spotlight.